Another playoff edition of the Sports Rush gets rolling with a stop in the Hamptons. East Islip in West Hampton for a spot in the Suffolk County Finals second quarter when Christian Capuano hits Jaden Alfano St. Johnny, just committed to play at LIU Post this week, or LIU this week we should say.
Division I, baby.
Game tied at 14. West Hampton beat the Redmen in the regular season, so Robert Krusch wanted revenge. This would help. No stopping him in the end zone, 21-14 Redmen, and it worked so well, why not go with that quarterback and receiver combination one more time? And it works on a 20-yard hookup to make it a two-score game. And now, I'm not sure what Coach Sal said for East Islip during halftime, but whatever he said, it worked. Brandon Miller, 252 yards passing. This one to Derek Burrell. EI, oh baby. The Redmen will play for the title, 42-27, they win. So it's East Islip against Sayville for the county championship next week. And it's just getting started for us here on the Sports Rush. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the show. This is the only place that's giving you high school highlights like that each and every week. And we've got so much football to show you. Plus, on this show, state championships in boys and girls soccer. We'll talk a little bit about field hockey as well. Plus, a Catholic League football championship to get to as well. But first, let's say hello to Sports Rush producer Andrew Rappaport, my right-hand man, sitting always to my left. You said you were a little surprised by that East Islip score.
Yeah, West Hampton was the 2 seed. East Islip was the 3 seed, and I thought it was going to be a close game. I didn't know who was going to win it. I thought it was going to probably be the best game of the weekend. When it was tied at 14, that wasn't surprising. When EI came out and scored 21 unanswered points in the third quarter and really started to pull away, that surprised me. West Hampton scored a few touchdowns late to really make it closer than it really was.
Yep.
But yeah, listen, EI, no stranger to big games, no stranger to finals.
Been here before, yep.
Yeah, so good job by them, and they'll pay for a county title.
So let's keep rolling on. Over in Conference 3, we get a rematch of a game that made national headlines. And we're not going to dwell on it again, but it was just a few weeks ago that Plain Edge coach Rob Shaver was suspended for allegedly running up the score against Southside, right? We talked about it. You and I said we don't agree with this rule.
Agree with it.
It's not worth it for the national embarrassment, really, that Nassau County High School football faced. He did it against Southside, and now Southside will face Plain Edge again. Yeah,
they will get their chance at revenge next week. And I spoke to the Southside kids after the game, and they said even their kids in their own class were saying, wow, you guys aren't really that good. You lost 61-13, but they can erase all that when they play them next week for the championship.
Tough to beat a team twice. Let's show you how the Cyclones advanced. Here we go. It was close against Wantagh in the second quarter. Nick Lacalzi around the edge and takes some defenders with them. Woo! 24 yards. It was 7-0 Southside. Same score late in the half. Cyclones going to look for more. What is the deal with Nick Tereski?
He's awesome.
He's like in every Sports Rush we show. Do you know him? Is he related to you?
He's awesome.
Is his real last name Rappaport? Yeah. Recovered to fumble. Here go the Warriors. Peter Delgeis keeps it. Wait for it with no time on the clock. At the half, there we go. Game tied at 7. Wantagh led 21-7 in the third. And if we are showing Southside, we got to show you William Pickett, right? Look at him finding TJ Maher. Great name. Great call. But they missed the PAT, so they trailed 21-20 with 5.5 left.
So there's not a Rappaport in the show, but there's a Maher in the show.
He's not related to me, I swear. And when they needed a winner, Pickett says, I got this, caps the 94-yard drive, and Southside moves on and wins 28-21.
With 20 seconds to go.
Great job by William right there. All right, North Shore's great season ended against the buzzsaw known as Plain Edge in the other semifinal. Plain Edge is just so good. 90 seconds in. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy Dan Villari. Stiff arm, couple jukes, and then there's nobody in the camera frame because that's how good he is. 64 yards later, 7-0. Plain Edge had it working on both sides of the ball. Another Quinlan kid. How many Quinlans they got there in Plain Edge? Dion on defense. The Devils are back in business, and just over 1 minute later, Villari's not going to run it. This time he says, Donovan Pepe, you make the TV highlights. It's a 24-yard hookup, and the Red Devils roll into the county final. Holy points, 60-21. The other dominant Devils in Nassau, they live in Freeport, and they were just way too tough for Massapequa for the big school semifinals. They trailed 6-0, but they scored on their next two offensive plays. Terrence Edmond, this guy's got to be in the running for a Player of the Year award.
Hey, absolutely. He is one of the most dynamic players in the county.
And they were just getting started. Special teams points, you got it. Javion Allen returning this one 40 yards. 21-6 for the defending Long Island champs, who are unbeaten again this year. Rap, they're the best team on the island, in my opinion, right?
They are rollers, and they've got size, they've got skill, they've got talent, they're the total package.
And they're going to go for a repeat next week, 48-20. The finalist Freeport rolls. Speaking of rolling, we'll give you the stats to back it up. That's 22 games in a row now for Freeport. It's the longest streak on the island. To make it 23, they got to beat the winner of Oceanside, Farmingdale. And in that one, we were thinking close game.
You had to think a close game. When they played in week 2, it was a close game. Farmingdale scored with 3 minutes to go to come from behind and stun Oceanside. So you go into that game thinking, it's just going to be a close game. When you see the score, you said, holy cow, either Farmingdale made adjustments or Oceanside wasn't at 100% because something changed, and it was pretty crazy.
And history did not repeat itself. I tell you not to think. That's the problem. When you think, just don't think. Let the games happen. Exactly. Here we go. Holy blowout. Let's show you this one in the first quarter. Direct snap to Kevin Wilson. I like that. I like that call. And Kevin is awesome. 44 yards. Wait, we have a Kevin. We had a Maher in this show. I love this show. It's my favorite show of the year.
And Buddy Krumanacher likes that call, too.
Yeah. And here's Wilson one more time. In fact, we're going to show you a lot of them. There's a lot of Oceanside dudes on the ground on that play. I'm just saying, 37-yard score. The Nick had a 2-touchdown lead. Wilson, great night. 188 yards rushing to go with 6 touchdowns. They tried to get the ball there, couldn't do it. Dalers into the county final with a 49-7 win. That's a blowout. Big school semis in Suffolk County. We talk about Freeport rolling. How about the other F team that we like to talk about? Floyd with an easy win at Pat Med. Tyshawn Lopez in the first. Seen this a lot. 247 yards in all for him to make it 13-0. More the same in the second. This time it's Tommy Verga, and we're going to call him Touchdown Tommy. 33 yards. Woohoo! Tiptoeing on the sideline. Floyd plays Longwood for the county crown next week. Big win here.
You said Freeport is the best team on Long Island. Floyd may lay claim to that too, because their only loss the last 2 years is to Freeport. They could be steamrolling towards a rematch in the LIC, a match we've seen many, many times. But yeah, Freeport Floyd is rolling along, yep. and they are right on course to make another Long Island
But that Freeport team, and I went to their game, they've got so many weapons.
Absolutely.
They've got big guys, little guys, fast guys. They can pass, they can run, and their defense, their front is unbelievable.
It certainly is. And what would MacArthur say to you? What would Plainedge say to you? Oh boy, can you imagine being in there? Listen, we're not crowning any Long Island champions yet, because you still have a few more games to go. But it's going to be, if everything holds true and all the undefeated teams stay undefeated, they're going to have a big decision come Rutgers time to figure out who is the best of the best.
Yep.
But that's a discussion for a few more
And do you
weeks.
go with the perennial favorites or some new kids on the block? We shall see.
A few more weeks to figure that out.
But again, we don't have a vote.
Well, okay. not in the Rutgers. You're talking about the Hanson.
Yeah, Hanson Award, Hanson, all that stuff. Okay, well, last week we had the boys from Centereach here in the studio. They were riding a 4-game win streak. We said, all right, momentum, you're going to need it against Lindenhurst. Well, even momentum really didn't work, did it?
Pearl Jam, they probably blasted it. Unfortunately,
nothing.
Jeremy didn't speak.
Jeremy could have walked through the door. They weren't going to be Lindenhurst, unfortunately.
Lindenhurst is another one of those teams that can lay claim to being one of the best on the island, because they are just steamrolling. They are not flashy like the rest of these teams where they're going to put up 40 points a game. But boy, oh boy, is their defense spectacular.
Yeah, and they've got a great defense. In fact, Lindenhurst was looking for its 4th shutout of the season in this one. And they got the first touchdown in this game as well on their first offensive touch. Jaden Barber, see you later. 65 yards to pay dirt. And Barber was thinking 65 yards is nice. 69 yards is even better, and let's do it on the second time we touch the ball.
Sweet.
Barber gonna bulldog his way in. 14-0, and those were the only touchdowns of the game. Only problem for Lindenhurst is maybe they didn't pile it on. 23-0, they win. So Lindy gets the winner of North Babylon and West Islip in the third quarter. Lions up a score. Dominic Saginero finds the pay dirt. They led 24-18. Bulldogs come right back. This is Dylan Diaz breaking free, taken down just before the goal line. It sets up a score, though, to make it a one-possession game, and they couldn't stop Kyle Half. 3 touchdowns, little help from his friends. Get him in. Get him in. There we go. West Islip into the championship with a 35-20 win. And don't forget that West Islip-Lindenhurst game will be played at Lindenhurst next week because of the scheduling issues with Stony Brook University. So now they get the home field advantage. We haven't seen this in a while at all in high school football.
Yeah.
How big is it?
Yeah, it's big because it actually means the #1 seed is worth something. If you play at Hofstra, you play at Stony Brook, yeah, the atmosphere is fun. It's fun to play in a neutral site, but all it really means is you get a different locker room and you get to wear the jersey color, of the home team. When you're playing on your field, you don't have to get on a bus. You can do your daily routine, and you're playing where you're so comfortable.
All right, back in Nassau County, another dominant performance by MacArthur. They took down Valley Stream Central, who was in the Final Four for the first time since 1993 in the second quarter. Colin Muller going to recover the fumble, and the Generals are in business. Watch the face mask there. 6 plays later, Ryan Isom going to add to the MacArthur lead. Spin off the defender. That's like a beat button on the controller right there. He takes it 29 yards to the house. It's 21-0 in the second. And we got to mention Hugh Kelleher because Andrew likes him for the Thorpe Award. We don't get votes, but he gets yards. 223 rushing, 3 touchdowns, 40-21 MacArthur.
He's so good.
Mepham gave Garden City a good test in the other semifinal. Kenny Franquiz going to take the handoff, and he takes it 18 yards for the score. Only the second time all season Garden City has trailed. They answer, though, with 3 consecutive touchdowns. The final one, courtesy of Pierce Archer, a 5-yarder to make it 20-7. And they show some fight just over a minute left in the half. Billy Kender to our most recent Scholar athlete, Matt Haggai. 17-yard connection to make it 20-13 at the break. Garden City came in having won 37 of the 39 career matchups with Mepham, and Archer says, let's continue that little streak. The junior to the house, 27-13 Trojans. But the Pirates didn't go away quietly. They answered just a few minutes later when Billy Kender scores on the quarterback keeper to cut the deficit to 1. But Garden City ends up taking this one 41-20. So the Trojans are playing for their 4th straight county final. Revenge maybe for MacArthur because MacArthur snapped that winning streak just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, the Generals dominated that game. There's no other way to put it. They dominated the line. They dominated with Hugh Keller, with Manfredo. He was unstoppable. But I don't think it'll be that lopsided around. Garden City, their coaches are too good, their players are too good. I'm not saying they're going to win the game, but I'm pretty positive that game is going to be a lot closer than the first time.
All right, more coming up on the Sports Rush. We're heading upstate. Long Island teams bringing home hardware from the soccer state championships. The Sports Rush is back right after this. Catholic League football finals on the Sports Rush. Chaminade and Kellenberg for the AA championship. Ryan Walsh to Donovan Wood to get it started. It's a 91-yard connection. Oh, they got it started, all right. Watch out for cameraman Anthony, please. Please, please don't hit camera. Oh, you hit cameraman Anthony. Man down, man down. Flyers win 29-12, though. Congratulations to Chaminade Catholic League championship. Cameraman Anthony, by the way, is fine. Chaminade not the only team winning titles over the weekend. Plenty of soccer championships to go around as well. We like that.
Anthony seems to take a lot of hits, doesn't he?
He is a magnet to high school football players that are running fast.
He told me the other day, he's like, I get nervous now when guys run at me. This time they were completely on the other side of him, and he still got railed by the team. But yeah, anyway, yes, a lot of soccer championships this week, and Long Island proved once again we could play more than lacrosse. We can play some soccer too.
And we go 1, 2, 3 teams winning soccer championships. Let's show you. Brentwood upstate against Fairport in the state championship game. Big school boys final, 15 minutes in, corner kick. Alex Garcia redirects the ball in, and the floodgates would open. Brentwood is the #1 ranked team in the state. All sorts of shutouts, all sorts of moves, all sorts of goals in this one. Juan Gomez with a rocket. Undefeated season. They win 4-0. It is the 4th state championship for Brentwood in team history. Jericho all over Greece Athena in the Class A game late first half. Off a rebound, Jordan Miller, right place, right time. Jayhawks led 1-0, and Miller was the man because he scored 2 more in the second half. Top shelf there. Hat trick for him. Give him some love. Give Jericho the title. They win 3-1. It's their 5th state title. Unfortunately, things did not go as well for Cinema Riches in the Class B final. Red Devils playing Skinny Atlas scoreless into the second half. Off a throw-in. Great chance for the Lakers, but Colin Ropp right there to make a diving stop. This game went to double overtime. It was scoreless. They need a game-winning golden goal, and Skinny Atlas, unfortunately, got it right there in double overtime, and it's heartbreak for Cinema Riches as they fall 1-0. And the Shoreham Wading River girls got it done in their championship game against Spencerport. Gianna Cacciola to Elizabeth Shields on the tap-in to make it 1-0 in the second. And when they needed some insurance, Ashley Borriello says, I got your insurance, because she's all by herself. And she's putting this one in the final minutes. Shoreham wins the Class A title 2-0, first state championship in their team history. And in field hockey, Long Island Championship hopes rested in Garden City. Trojans lost to Lakeland 2-0 in the finals. Yeah. A matchup of two field hockey dynasties. Two dynasties. Lakeland is just a little better of the dynasty. How good are they? They won 9 straight state titles. 9 straight state titles before Garden City snapped that streak a year ago. Lakeland gets the title back. I'm sure they'll meet again next year and the year after and the year after and the year after. That's not a crazy prediction, because that's how often they have met each other. By now, the two coaches probably have no secrets. It's like, let's just throw the ball out.
Yeah, and they'll go to dinner tomorrow and say, hey, you got me this year, we'll try it again next year.
Yep, so the field hockey season comes to an end. All right, how about volleyball? Long Island Championship time. T-Bird Nation is pumped. Chicken in the crowd. Here we go. Connecticut Massapequa in a battle of dynasties. Connecticut took the first set. They take the second one as well. Catherine Hickey with the finish. She had 8 kills. Thunderbirds dominant again in this one. Massapequa hadn't lost a set all season, and Connecticut swept them. They go to Glens Falls looking for their second state title in 3 years. In Class A, Kings Park really good. Southside also good. Kings Park won the first set and came really close to winning the second set too. But the Cyclones score 12 of the final 13 points. Sophia Jackson ties it at 1 set apiece. Cyclones won the third set too. And then the fourth, it's match point for Southside. And they're going to close it out. The Cyclones head to the Class A state finals. Congratulations to them. Oyster Bay and Pearson in the Class C final. Set point for the Lady Whalers in the third. And look at this wild sequence. We get bodies on the floor, floor burns and everything. A lot of great chances for both teams, but in the end, the Whalers are going to win it 3-1, and they will play in the state Final Four next week. Congratulations. Love watching all the high school volleyball out there. So exciting. Big crowds as well. Class B, Seaford beat defending champion Bayport Blue Point 3-1. Want for the alma mater. State championships Saturday and Sunday in Glens Falls. And if you've never been to a high school volleyball game, Rapp knows I'm the closet volley of the staff. I'm the volleyball guy. Right. I'm the one that says we got to get volleyball. Go get volleyball. And we got great teams. The buildings were jammed over the weekend. I told you. Yeah, they were. Hop Hog High School was the place to be. Yeah. But listen, I've said it many times over the years. There's no better place, in my opinion, to watch a state championship sporting event than the Glens Falls Civic Center. You have. What's it now called? Cool Assuring Arena. Oh, I don't even know. Yeah, I think that's the name now. But it's always the Civic Center. That to me, and I go up there every year for basketball, for Feds. They're not there this year, but. It's just like the mecca for sports. It's tucked away. And, it's got an old town feel. It does. The stands are so narrow, and it's just you're so close to the action, and it's the middle of the state. And I just feel like that's a great place to watch a high school sporting event. And it's also a town. It's not small by any means, but they embrace high school sports because it's what they're known for. Right. You go around town and you'll see, hey, welcome. They just make you feel so welcome. It's great. So welcoming because they all put signs in the front, and plenty good restaurants up there too. There's a soft spot in my heart for Glens Falls. I love going up there every year. So go make the trip. Go make the trip. It's worth it. It's only 4 hours. And when we come back, signing day for Long Island athletes. Wednesday was the beginning of the national signing period for high school athletes, and Long Islanders love Duke. Brennan O'Neill, Aiden Denenza, Jake Naso, and also Katie DeSimone, all heading from St. Anthony's to Durham, North Carolina to play lacrosse. O'Neill is the #1 boys lacrosse recruit in the country, and man, is he stinking good. Look at those moves. Friars had 25 athletes and all signed letters of intent, including one high-profile baseball player. Louis Stallone committed to the University of Arkansas. The Razorbacks have been in the last 2 College World Series. I was kind of surprised, but I actually said to him,
Arkansas. I don't know many Long Islanders that go down to Arkansas.
No.
And he said he trains down south all summer, and it was a natural fit. They're so good, so why not?
All right, good job. Also, Sayville's Brock Murtha committed to play at Notre Dame for baseball. Speaking of baseball, Roosevelt, Idris Carter will play at Stony Brook. There he is signing his letter. Power hitting outfielder said he wanted his biggest fans, his parents, to be able to come to his games. That's why he picked Stony Brook. Hey, and this is Elmont soccer star Nyla Allen wearing her brand new college colors. She'll play Division I soccer at the University of Pittsburgh. She told us she wanted to stay on the East Coast, and that's why she went there. Signing day also happened in Bulk at Bayport Blue Point. 15 student athletes making their picks, 10 of them going to play lacrosse, including Ailish Kelly. I know you know about her rap. She's good, right?
Yeah, she had that sweep behind the back goal last year that still blows my mind.
Off to Stanford because of academics and athletics. And we've got much more on signing day on all of our social media platforms. Pictures, interviews, videos. We're on Twitter and Instagram at SportsRushN12 and the News 12 Sports Facebook page. Give us a follow. And thanks for giving us a chance on this episode of the Sports Rush. We're back next week. County football finals. That's going to be good.
It should be good. There are a bunch of games Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll be at all of them.
And you can tune in and depend on us. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good night.